All right, who's mixing chemical peels? As a skin expert who has worked both in the treatment room and develops products in the lab, my professional advice is proceed with intention. In the lab, we distinguish between neutralizing and buffering. Mixing a professional grade peel with a serum doesn't totally neutralize the peel, which would mean bringing the pH all the way up to a 7, but it does significantly buffer it. So let's go over the scientific breakdown that happens when you cocktail a peel with a serum so that you can understand when it's appropriate to do that or when it's preferred to layer. So professional peels are formulated at a very specific pH and pKa. That's the point at which the acid is most effective. And the interaction connection between most serums that have a pH between 4.5 and 5.5 is to protect the skin barrier. Most corrective peels have a pH between 2 and 3.54 max. So when you cocktail a serum with a peel, you're raising the pH of the peel. And in the world of acids, a higher pH means fewer free acid molecules are available to do that deeper work of exfoliation. So you aren't necessarily neutralizing completely. You're not totally neutralizing the peel, but you are effectively downgrading its intensity and downtime. So let's touch on the solvent interference that happens here. So peels are often in a very specific solvent base, like SD alcohol, for example, that's what we use, or propanol. And this is designed to strip away surface oils so that the acid can dive deep into the skin and work to its full potential. The conflict here when mixing with serums is that serums often contain thickeners or film formers like hyaluronic acid. And these larger hyaluronic acid type molecules can trap the acid molecules, which slows down their penetration. And this is why a buffered peel, mixed with a serum, typically feels less spicy on the skin because it takes so much longer for the acid to reach the target cells. So let's discuss when to mix the peel with a serum and when to layer that peel instead. So the chemist's rule here is if you want clinical correction, layer that peel. And if you want maintenance, cocktail it. Do not mix it if you're treating hyperpigmentation, significant acne, or advanced aging. For those skin concerns, you want the acid at its full free acid strength to trigger that wound healing response needed to do the remodeling to get the best results. Do mix if you're working with a hypersensitive client, a first timer, somebody with a compromised skin barrier, or somebody who wants zero downtime with the benefits. So I like to mix a drop of our Mandelic Acid with our Squalane Pro-Healing Plant Medicine Serum, and that's creating a slow release of that hydroxy-acid to create the most conservative option for reactive skin. Now keep in mind, all of the Herbal Skin Solutions peels, like the Pro Glow Peel and the Mandelic, they're already very superficial. So that means that there's very little downtime, barely noticeable super mild flaking, if any, but you'll definitely notice brightened results and smooth skin. So if your client wants to experience nice results like that, but without any flaking whatsoever, then you'll mix the peel with a serum. So that will still help prevent acne and give those brightened results. And that's really an ideal treatment plan for those reactive clients. So let's talk through the esthetician's protocol for maximum results. Instead of mixing your peels with a serum, I'm going to recommend strategic layering here. Start by pre-cleansing the skin with El Mandelic Cleanser to help lower the skin's pH. Apply your prep solution onto dry skin. Let that sit for about 1 to 3 minutes. Speed it up if you have a fan. And that's going to allow the acid to work to its full potential. Once you apply the acid, let that sit on for another 1 to 3 minutes. And once everything looks good and normal, you can either add another layer of that same peel or you can mix it. I love mixing the Mandelic 25% with the Pro Glow 55%. From there, to kick it up into high gear, I highly recommend nano-infusing with the CITPEN. This is called the Nano-Peel protocol. Keep in mind, this can lead to more dramatic skin shedding side effects, but also much more dramatic results post fully healed skin, which is typically within 48 to 72 hours max. So from there, once you apply your peel, you will nano-infuse the skin. You'll go in with your neutralizer after. You'll do a nice rinse, do your cleanse. From there, you'll apply your supportive healing serums, your Squalane plant medicine serum, and then you'll create a lipid seal on top with the healing cream. That's your barrier support moisturizer. And if you're slugging from there, you can add your Neroli Nirvana on top to lock all of that clinical efficacy in. So keep in mind, these peels are only for estheticians and licensed professionals. And if you would like a referral to an esthetician performing these peels or the Nano-Peel treatment, please do reach out. And fellow professionals, if you would like a copy of that protocol, go ahead and leave a comment here and I will get that over to you. Okay, thank you.